Hello viewers, and thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Crime Watch. My name is Onisisa Sivanda. It's good to have you along. Police-public partnerships continue to pay off for the Zimbabwe Republic Police. The Zimba Rural District Council has donated land to Zetarapi Kutama in Mashonaland West Province. Let's get the story in detail.
We have been seized as district command with the welfare issues of our members. Welfare of office accommodation and residential accommodation. The relationship of Zetarapi and the community is symbiotic to fish and water. As Zetarapi, we cannot stand alone. Hence our request to the Chief Executive Officer, who took no heed of our plea without taking much time. The challenges facing our members are of both office and residential accommodation, and these challenges are well documented. Some of our members stationed here at Kutama do travel as far as from Harare, Chegutu, Chinoi, and Noton due to non-availability of residential accommodation at this camp. Allow me to appreciate and accept this offer of 3 hectares of land to Zetarapi Kutama, which shall be used to build accommodation for our officers. This offer letter will go a long way to alleviate residential and office accommodation of our members.
Panoparwa moswa nepanoya vanhu zokuti panobatsirwa haisi nguva yamungonaka chete anytime mapurisa ngave padhuze pokuti kana basa rikawandisa vakurumidza kungonzi uyai kuno handiti kwete kuti mupurisa ari kuroja kwamurobedzi mumwe ari kwachipamauro mumwe ari uko haingaita kempi.
Moving on to Manicaland Province, a serial robber was arrested by detectives in Mutare, and various property was recovered, including a firearm which he used in committing some of these crimes.
As detectives, we are in a perpetual war against crime. Our vibrant informer network gave us real intelligence on criminal activities, which led us to the arrest of one criminal who was committing cases of armed robbery as well as unlawful entry into premises and theft. The arrest led us to the recovery of some stolen property, which include 22 cell phones, 3 television sets, and a pistol. The accused is still in police custody assisting us with the investigations. The offenses were committed in and around the city of Mutare. We are still holding some property which is yet to be identified. So we appeal to the members of the public to come forward to CID Mutare to try and identify some of their stolen property. We encourage community to ensure that they mark their property as well as record serial numbers in case their property gets stolen, and it will enable them to identify their stolen property. As CID Mutare, we have got a perpetual appetite for more information. Hence, we appeal for more information from the members of the public concerning criminal activities. This is in line with our wish to have a crime-free society.
Akasvikirwa nembavha musi wa31 January manheru tirimo mumba takarara, akarowa dhoo akapinda akatora mafoni, mari, masecho evana, magas tank, akabuda akaenda. Mangwana acho tikamuka tikaenda kuZetarapi Chikanga, tikaenda kunoripota kesi yedu ikoko. Takazoona ma-CID akuuya pamba nembavha yacho ichitaura ichireurira kuti ndini ndakaba, mapindira akaita ese, mabira akaita nemabudira akaita. Tinoda kutenda mapurisa nema-CID eMutare Central nebasa guru ravari kuita. Tinongokurudzira ruzhinji kuti kana uchinge wabirwa enda unoripota.
I would like to confirm the sterling job that was done by Criminal Investigations Department, Mutare. Once again, they've done us proud by accounting for one male adult known as Clive Rutendo Chikoti, who is of no fixed abode, but he is believed to be staying somewhere in Chikanga. He was arrested for 3 cases of armed robbery in which he was using the firearm to actually rob people of their valuable properties. He is also nabbed for 9 counts of unlawful entry into premises.
In other news, the Zimbabwe Public Police is appealing for information that may help in the identification of a male adult who died in a shooting incident which occurred at a certain house in Chivu. The victim was shot after breaking into the complainant's house and was accompanied by his accomplice who escaped. Anyone with information should report at any nearest police establishment. Moving on to Bulawayo, police is investigating a case of murder in which the victim, Mzini Sivanda, aged 44, was found dead. His body was found in the toilet at his residence in Gulumane after he was attacked by his tenant at Maya Mkandla, aged 34, following a misunderstanding. The suspect had not vacated the victim's house despite him being given a notice to vacate in January 2023. The suspect is on the run, and anyone with information to report at any nearest police establishment. We continue to say no to murder. Human life is sacrosanct. Members of the public are encouraged to report any suspicious activities that they may witness. With that, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. We're in the second segment of Crime Watch. In Mashonaland West Province, Zeterapi Kutama arrested 3 accused persons who were part of a robbery syndicate. Let us hear more from the arresting detail, Sergeant Tapiwa Chininga.
We received a report to the effect that there were some robbers in our area and they robbed one of our complainants at Kangaro village. We reacted to the information and we managed to interview the complainant, who revealed that the robbers have robbed a motor vehicle, cell phones, laptops and some cash. We gathered information that one of the stolen cell phone have got a tracking system. So we used that tracking device to track the robbers from Kutama area up to Chitungwiza. We managed to apprehend 3 of the accused persons on that very night, and they led us to the recovery of the stolen motor vehicle, laptops, cell phones and some of the stolen properties. We escorted the accused persons to Zeterapi Kutama, where they appeared before Chinoi Regional Court facing a robbery charge, and due to overwhelming evidence they were convicted, and 2 of them were sentenced to 16 years each imprisonment, and 1 of the accused, who was a lady, was sentenced to 12 years imprisonment.
Ndakavingwa nembavha kuri kuma 12 midnight dzakabreka door vakapinda vakandisimudzira banga vakandirovera pasi ndobva vandisunga maoko kumusana nemakumbo vachiti tiri kuda mari tinoziva kuti une mabhizinesi. Ndopa vakatanga kusecha mumba vachibva vawana chikwama chakanga chine mari nosvika ye297 US nemaranzi vakati kusanganidzana nawo muwardrobe. Ndopa vakatora mafoni vachibva vatora mbatya nebhutsu nemota yemwana wangu wandaigara naye. Takazofonera mapurisa kuti ndozvaitika. Ndinotenda mapurisa vePakutama. Ndinonyanya kukurudzira vamwe veruzhinji kuti kurepota kwakanaka. nguva iyo yazvinenge zvaitika nokuti mapurisa varipo pakutibatsira.
Still in Zvimba district, police apprehended one cattle rustler through the use of the village anti-stock theft liaison committee, which is one of the community policing initiatives. Let us hear more.
On the 30th of March 2023, I received a tip-off from the village anti-stock theft liaison committee member who notified me that there was a beast that was tied to a tree at the accused person's homestead. I reacted to the tip-off on the 4th of March 2023 and teamed up with Constable Gwyn and proceeded to the place. Upon arrival, we managed to pick the suspect and recover the beast which was tied to the tree. Escorted the beast to the village yard for safekeeping since we were not sure whether it was stolen and were yet to establish the owner. Thereafter, we escorted the suspect to the Tarapi Kutama, where upon arrival, the complainant came to Zetarapi Kutama and we escorted him to where we had left the beast. He positively identified the beast and the accused was taken to court where he was convicted and sentenced to 9 years imprisonment on the 9th of March 2023. Village anti-stock theft liaison committee is a noble idea as evidenced in this case, where we managed to apprehend the accused through information from the members of the public. We urge members of the public to brand their cattle, particularly to apply for personal brands, which create a sense of identity.
Ndinotenda zvandakaitirwa mune mapurisa, ndakaripota nyaya yangu ndabirwa mombe zuva 27 kwakutama ndoko yakazonowanikirwa nemapurisa. Saka ndikukurudzira hama shamwari, kana waitirwa nyaya dzakaita sekubirwa, mhanya kumapurisa unopiwa ruyamo pane 24 hours zisati dzakwana. Kune yese venharaunda, mombe dzinofanira kunge dzine chimuchiso unozikanwa kuti imombe yekwanhingi. Kune munhu wese aziva kuti mombe ikabiwa unoziva kuti imombe yanhingi yabiwa. Saka zvindinozvikurudzira kune vese vanochengeta zvipfuwo zvanani mombe, ndinongotenda zvakadaro kuti muchengetedzai nemuchiso kuti mapurisa kana akutsvaka zvivarerukire.
Zetarapi Kutama is also making great strides in ridding the community and the country of drug peddlers during this ongoing operation, No to Dangerous Drugs and Illicit Substances. See something, say something. Let us hear more from the officer in charge, Zetarapi Kutama, Inspector Wellington Mukahaiwa.
There is an ongoing operation. We are also very active in making sure that crimes that relates to drugs do not continue to go unchecked. So far, on the ongoing operation targeting drug dealers, Zetarapi Kutama has managed to account for two. The two villagers who were dealing in these drugs have since been arraigned before the courts, and they were both convicted and sentenced. That on its own will send a strong message to would-be drug dealers in Kutama area, because we have been running around to make sure that even our children in schools do not indulge into drugs.
Moving on to this week's traffic segment, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe continues to disseminate road safety education to members of the public.
Intersections are locations where two or more roads meet, cross, and converge. They can be described as the most complex traffic situations where motorists, pedestrians, cyclists, and other road users encounter on a daily basis. The crossing and turning maneuvers that occur at intersections create an opportunity for vehicle to vehicle to pedestrians, vehicle to bicycle conflicts, which may result in traffic crashes. Several collisions that occur at intersections include collisions that involve oncoming traffic. These type of crashes typically involve a driver on one side running a red light. When approaching an intersection, make sure you slow down and exercise extreme caution. First, look to the right, then to the left, then to the right again. Always remember to give precedence to traffic approaching from the right, unless if the intersection is controlled by the stop sign, a yield sign, a police officer, or traffic lights. At uncontrolled intersections, you must also give precedence to traffic approaching from the right. It is advisable to stop and look before you turn. If you are not sure about whether to go or stop, the best thing to do is to stop. Intersection accidents can happen for a wide variety of reasons. However, some of the most common reasons include speeding, distracted driving, driver fatigue, following too closely, improper lane changing, failure to obey traffic control devices and signs, making improper turns, as well as drunk driving. Speeding is the leading cause of road crashes at intersections. It is important to give precedence to emergency vehicles at intersections. When an emergency vehicle is approaching, remain still until the emergency vehicle has cleared off the area at the intersection. Always watch out for pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists when either turning right or left. Use turn signals appropriately. Without proper signals, another driver may not be aware that you are turning, and that may cause a road crash. As Traffic Safety Council Zimbabwe would like to urge motorists, pedestrians, and cyclists to be extra cautious when using or approaching intersections.
We take a short break. Join us in the third and final segment. It is the third and final segment of Crime Watch. Thank you for staying with us. The officer commanding Harare Province, Commissioner Wanda Tembo, has shunned the use of drugs and illegal substances, especially by sportspersons. He said this during the official closing ceremony of the Harare Propos Sports Gala, which was held recently.
Sports are pedestal to physical and mental wellness. Researchers attribute longevity in lifespan to regular exercise and, of course, with good food. I want to warn all sportspersons and sundry to abstain from abusing drugs. Researchers have revealed that drug abuse is high among sporting people, as many erroneously believe that drugs enhance their performance. Uchizvarwa nababa namai wakazvarwa une tarenda rako. Izvokufungidzira kuti mutoriro ndonda kuti tarenda kure aiwa. You are still young boys and girls. Muchiri vana vadiki imimi. Chengetedzai utano when you are the future leaders of this organization. It needs not to be overemphasized that drugs deadly effects upon the health and life of victims. I want you to abstain from it. Your ability not to mistake sports for war is relieving. It shows maturity, love, and unity. Attributes which you should go back and plow at your stations. Let the determination to win medals exhibited today be translated into determination to win over crime as well.
We now move on to people on the police wanted list. ZRP Victory is looking for Simangaliso Dube of stand number 36, Esizindeni Victory, for a case of unlawful entry and theft. Mtabisi Dube of stand number 4, Village 2, Norwood Victory, is wanted by ZRP Victory for a case of attempted murder. Emmanuel Dylan Mangena, aged 23, of house number 2411 Duliwadzimu, Beitbridge, is wanted by Zeterapi Chikato for a case of armed robbery. Should you have any information that may assist in the location of any of these people, please contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zrp.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @Police Zimbabwe and Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our Crime Watch episodes, you can watch them on our ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onisisa Sibanda, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.